So, to reiterate one thing here, if this is a list of perfection, I wonder if we could look at the list as descriptors or characteristics or attributes of Jesus Christ. Maybe he's the only one who perfectly bore burdens. Maybe he's the only one who perfectly knows what it looks like and feels like and is to mourn with those that mourn and comfort those that stand in need of comfort. He is clearly the only person who ever did that. So the covenant is underwritten by God. It's God from heaven who holds worlds without number in his hand, looking down at this planet saying, I care about each one of those individual people, as imperfect, as flawed, as weak as you and I may be. It's not like we've got a whole bunch to offer the Lord. It doesn't, even if we offered everything, Benjamin says we're still going to be unprofitable servants. But it's God who comes and offers the terms of this agreement. We're not going to him saying, hey, if I promise you that I'm going to do all these things, then you have to give me your spirit. It's not us who's making up this covenant. The covenant comes from a loving God who is also our parent, who's saying, I'm giving you my son as the model, and as you combine with Christ, then you can grow to become more like him over time until you attain unto that level of perfection through him, not because of you. Now, there's one other situation going on here that we have to look at. Notice he says that we're willing to stand as a witness of God in those situations. Where do we normally use the word witness? Where do we come in contact with that context of a witness? For most, you would think of a courtroom. Well, if I'm being called to be a witness of God, I'm sitting on a witness stand. What is the implication? What's going on? What am I witnessing for? If I'm a witness of God, there are a variety of ways you could take this. I'm just going to take one direction here. It's not the only one. But one of the implications possibly is that God is being put on trial. What is God being accused of in our world today? I think that there are many who would say, well, he doesn't exist. Or, yeah, he exists, but he's not powerful. Or he doesn't know everything. Or he doesn't love. Or he doesn't care. Or he doesn't answer my prayers. Or he can't stop pain. He can't prevent abuse. He isn't. All of these accusations are being pointed at God. And here's the Lord saying, are you willing to take the witness stand for God, not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's hard? To be able to stand and say, I know God lives. I know that he is a God of power and love and mercy and justice and judgment and creation and all these attributes that God has. And I know that he hears and answers every prayer, even though the world is accusing him of not. The problem isn't God. The problem is our perspective of what a God should do and how a God should answer prayers or handle a world like ours. And so it's our opportunity to sit on the witness stand now in the face of great adversity and say, from my own experience with so many years of seeing his hand in my life and learning about how a true God works with me through this process of striving to become more like the Savior. Here's the beautiful conclusion. If I and you are willing to sit on the witness stand for God right now, the promise is pretty sure that Jesus will take that same witness stand for us when it really matters. If you read D&C section 45, verse 3, he makes it very clear that he sits in that witness stand for us, defending us in front of God with eternally significant outcomes on the line.